Hey guys, welcome to Pokemon Scarlet, I think part 11. School in real life has started, so my upload schedule is going to be very slow now. I don't have any homework, so I thought I'd record now. Today I'm going to do all the school classes in the game, but I'm going to do them off camera, only record when something interesting happens, and then we'll try to defeat Cassiopeia, and then after we're done with that, we'll go battle Momona in the Pokemon League. Alright, I hope you guys understand. I'll see you. There's another way to up your chances of a successful Pokemon catch? Yeah, you give it a status condition. I've caught over 200 of these bitches. There's Pokemon history. I'm gonna record this because I think it might be interesting. I see we have some new students here with us today. My name is Ryfort. You look like both Raihan and Leon from Pokemon Sword and Shield. My name is Ryfort. I will be the one to impart knowledge of the past into your little minds. History is a wonderful thing, truly splendid. The lives of our ancestors throughout history forged the path to the present in which we live. Today you shall learn about the most mysterious location in all of Paldea, the Great Crater. As you are all aware, a massive crater known as the Great Crater of Paldea exists in the heart of our region. The area inside of this crater is called Area Zero, and research of its geological strata and material composition has shown the crater is in fact over 1 million years old. It was long believed that a certain something rested at the bottom of this mysterious crater. Professor Sada? Ah, perfect timing for me to make eye contact, young LG. Answer me this. What exactly was believed to rest in the depths of the Great Crater? Treasure, right? You are a surprisingly clever one, aren't you? I see you did your homework prior to coming to my class. I didn't. That's right, some believe that a treasure more valuable than anything else in this world rested. I just noticed that's Professor Laventon from Pokemon Legends Arceus right behind this hoe. That's the Pokeball from Legends Arceus. That's the fucking, mountain. No, this is the village. That's Jubilee Village, and, I don't know the name. But it's where you've battled Dialga and Palkia and Arceus. Some believe that a treasure more valuable than anything else, but... Okay, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. But why are we learning about Sinnoh here? But we're also talking about the Great Crater of Paldea. That's weird to me. Some believe that a treasure more valuable than anything else in this world rested in the depths of the Great Crater. So much for dreams of treasure hunting, though, as a lab has been built in those very same depths. Oh, and before I forget, you would all do well to remember that the Great Crater and Area Zero are both off limits to all but those who have official business there. Do not dare entertain the foolish notion of gallivanting off to Area Zero in search of riches. It is no place for children dreaming of treasure and adventure. Besides, if it were at all possible to investigate the area, I would surely be the first to do so. So, are we gonna tell her, or like, what? Oh, is that the time already? I must have swept up your failing minds with knowledge. I want to know more. I want to know more about Paldea, madam. Yes, I have midterms in the game for math and bio. This is probably going to be the only one I'm recording for. Oh, no, Mona's there. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now a part of history. We will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. Even more of Pokemon Arceus is behind her. About 2,000 years ago, this region came under the rule of the Paldean Empire. Historical accounts describe the Paldean Emperor as being quite the dictator. This emperor also zealously believed the legend of the treasure that rests deep within Area Zero. I must mention that the civilizations of our ancestors were not as developed as ours is today. People back then were far more likely to believe in mysterious legends, magic, and beings beyond human comprehension. In an attempt to gain the power to stand against Paldea's neighboring countries, the Emperor sent people in droves to join the hunt for the fabled treasure of Area Zero. Perfect time to make eye contact. Answer me this. How many years ago was it that the Paldean Empire began to rule this region? You talked about this like 2 minutes ago. I see you're listening intently to my lecture. That is when the great era of exploration began. However, it is said that not a single adventurer sent out by the Emperor ever reached the depths of Area Zero. Was it the punishing journey itself that barred their way? Or perhaps some unknown creature? The resounding fail of this great era of exploration almost certainly heightened the air of the mystery surrounding the crater. Oh, what I wouldn't give to explore Area Zero in its untouched state at the time. I guess I can only hope for the swift invention of a time machine. Now, after this class is the midterm, which I'm looking forward to. I might just complete all of the history, actually. On video, though. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. As you should remember from our last class, Area Zero's great era of exploration began about 2,000 years ago. This era lasted for approximately 1,000 years, but not a single soul was able to venture all the way to the deepest reaches of Area Zero. Having poured much of its human and financial resources into the exploration of Area Zero for so long, the Paldean Empire fell into decline. 200 years later, or 800 years ago, the Empire and its surrounding nations united into one entity. This was the formation of Paldea as we know it today. Ah yes, this very academy where you're now failing your young minds with knowledge was also apparently established at the time. In fact, the school building, though certainly having undergone repairs throughout the years, it was built so long ago. Its very structure is a piece of history. Ah, the things of old are truly splendid. I would certainly prefer it to not have the Pokeball portion, though, a relatively new addition. Perfect timing to make eye contact. This was established 800 years ago. I hate nothing more than when a student only pretends to listen. Me too, girl. This academy was constructed exactly 805 years ago, to be precise. In other words, your academy here is 805 years old. At the time, it offered state-of-the-art facilities and a uniquely innovative curriculum. As such, people used to say, those seeking knowledge need look no further than the oranges of Paldea. That's right, they were referring to Nalanha Academy. It is said that the proverb of sorts was even used outside of the Paldea region. Okay, let's do this midterm exam, and we'll ace it right now. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your minds, and answer the questions. The great crater of Paldea. What was long believed to rest in the depths of Area Zero, a treasure. How many years ago did the Paldean Empire begin to rule this region? About 2,000 years ago. How many years ago was the Academy built? 805. Those seeking knowledge need look no further than the oranges of Paldea. Your time is up. Put your writing utensils down. That last question was a freebie. Even the least capable of you surely padded your score there. I surely hope you did anyway. So that ends the midterm. You may ask for the scores at the school's front desk. Let's take your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams. And get 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. Give this reward to everybody who passed the exam. Only 5 small XP candies? I have like 12. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels that history has presented to us today. However, I imagine your ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by my midterm. I suppose changing things up for fun and variety may be a good idea every now and then. So allow me to tell you an old fairy tale that has been passed down in Paldea for generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day, a merchant from the east heard rumors about this king and came to meet him. The merchant laid out 4 treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as follows: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leaped for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 of the treasures for himself. Perfect. I said that one of the treasures was a set of tablets. Medicine. What? Is this some kind of joke? Were you expecting me to laugh at the notion that chewable tablets would be considered treasure? These particular tablets were wooden and used as a writing medium in the East in ancient times. I'm sorry. That was embarrassing, actually. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper became more universally available. For the king to consider these paper substitute treasures, it must have been of superb quality. That or perhaps they had some amazingly profound teachings written on them. So the king obtained these 4 treasures and on that very night, it is said that a terrible disaster rained upon his castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. I wasn't done with my story. If you're interested in how the story ends, you may come see me outside class hours. Well, now I have to find her. I gotta know. Ryfort, where are you? Ryfort, Ryfort, Ryfort. Oh, wait. Oh, I can go to, Oh, yeah, I can go to different school rooms. Oh, the staff room. What do you have to say, though, my math teacher? If it isn't LOG, hello there. You have a question about class? I have a question. We're having trouble with flying type Pokemon are weak to rock type moves, and a rock type hits a flying type. What becomes of the move's damage? It stays the same. The damage is doubled. Okay, I thought it was the other way. Oh wait, I thought it was flying hitting rock, not rock hitting flying. It's time, it's time! You have to wait your turn, dear. There's only one of me, after all. Miss Time, is it true that you were a gym leader? That is indeed true. I'm quite the strong battler, you know. That's so cool. Why did you quit? So you want to know? I might be persuaded to tell you if you wait your turn. I can wait my turn. I sure can. I'm sorry for cutting our conversation short, but I seem to be in high demand today. Feel free to come see me anytime, and if you have questions for me. Well, I want to know a bit more about that. Oh. Okay. I have here LG from Class 1A. Class 1A? Isn't that a My Hero class? The way you conduct yourself in my class and the answers you give to my questions, I admit they pique my interest. You're quite the interesting pupil, I must say. Tell me, given a choice, which do you prefer? Things of old or things that are new? This is a hard question because of AI. I'm gonna say new, but I don't like AI. You would answer new stuff to me? You're a history teacher? You are a curious one. This one may indeed be of good use to me someday. Ah, you can disregard that. I was simply thinking out loud. What do you want me to do? I guess I just have to go back then. Okay, this is the 5th history class. Oh wait, I think I just saw her. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. We'll continue to unravel the marvels. I trust that you all remember a lesson before the midterm exam concerning the great crater Paldea and its interior, Area Zero. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area Zero Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was an author and brilliant natural historian, Heath. After returning from the expedition to Area Zero, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. the Area Zero expedition. To pick up on and remember a term I simply slipped into the flow of the lecture, you really are the clever one. The record of their activities written by the expedition member Heath can be found in bookstores and the like even today. This record is now known as the Scarlet Book. That's what Arvin has! The entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Scarlet Book was so popular that practically everybody had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought of as real. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Oh, he's not a liar! We met a Paradox Pokemon. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Scarlet Book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy on one of the bookshelves on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. Oh, there she is. Yes, I'm interested in the rest of the old tale. It's convenient that you would take the bait I presented in class. A vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. After obtaining the 4 treasures, the king's castle was destroyed. Why, you ask? Because the 4 treasures were actually 4 Pokémon. As these Pokémon were passed from human hand to human hand as treasures, they slowly became tainted by hubris and greed. Finally, after coming into contact with the rapacity of the king of the time, they awakened as disasters and began to rampage out of control. The king called for renowned Pokemon wielders to defend the country, and after a fierce battle, these incarnations of disasters were quelled. It is said that these 4 Pokemon were then sealed away somewhere in Paldea. So what do you think? Would you say this story is just make-believe? No! I've seen them! I've seen some of them. I have read many historical disaster reports, personal journals, and the like. There's much to support the truth of this story. I'm able to prove the story's veracity myself. I'll sure let you know. But what about the Scarlet Book? It's the Scarlet Book, the mysterious red tome. Do you want to read it? Yes! Which section would you like to read? The Great Crater of Paldea. A photograph from the survey's team points of ingress to the crater, which is visible in the background. Luck favored us with the fine weather, making for a smooth outset, but clouds obscured the crater's distant depths, where the treasure of legend is said to lie. Now onward and downward. Within the great crater of Paldea lies the mysterious Area Zero, a place home to such landscapes, such plant life and Pokemon as we had never seen. It is inhospitable to human life, and as such I suspect something altogether unknown to humankind sleeps in its depths. Apparently there was a second page there. A photograph of the spot where the survey team rested on day 2 of the expedition. Note the strange symbols inscribed in the ground here. Were they left by explorers in the time of the Paldean Empire, or could they be older still? Regardless, they seem to hold some meaning. This seems to be like the 4 Pokemon she might have talked about. Cartograph. Ledges of a spiral down the inner walls of Area Zero, offering a path of descent. Vegetation of and sources of water are here as well. Legends tell that precious stones or wondrous fruits have long slept in Area Zero's depths, protected by some manner of guardian. Sketches by a survey team member. Surprisingly, the Pokemon species we observed in the upper strata of Area Zero seemed a little different than those seen outside the crater. Now and then, we've heard unfamiliar cries from the lower strata. See, as I can see, I see Shiinotic, I see Flamigo, I think Bombardier, Oranguru, and Pomot, as well as Racklestack? Monsters of Area Zero. As we descended further into Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon, though we wondered if these huge ferocious beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan. The difference is as its sheer size and shape of its back set it apart, as do its great tusks. Is there anything more? Okay. Herba Mystica. However, before we could harvest, the Herba Mystica were eaten by Pokemon, which in turn grew large and strong. We call these Titan Pokemon. During our descent in Area Zero, we came across a buried metal plate inscribed with a strange symbol. We attempted to shave off a piece of the plate, but failed to leave even a scratch. Even determining the nature of the metal seems beyond modern science. We know not why the inscription was made, let alone how. Now, I don't know what the heck that is, but I'll take a picture of it. The legendary treasure. Countless days into our descent, we reached at last the very depths of the great crater, and we found a cave with formations of gemstone, shining blindly bright as far as we could see. Perhaps that strange light itself is the guardian said to watch over treasure deep within the crater. An imagined Pokemon. That's Suicune, but like Paradox. The drawing of a fantastical Pokemon as envisioned by our sketch artist. The size and ferocity of the strange Pokemon that dwell in Area Zero's lower reaches tickled the artist's imagination, prompting the sketch of what other species that inhabit these depths might look like. That's literally Suicune! A phantom memory. During our exploration of Area Zero's depths, Heath, strayed from the team and was later found unconscious. When awoken, I can only recall speaking with someone in an unfamiliar place, as if in a dream. I was found holding the page shown here. The handwriting is my own, but I have no memory of writing this. Seems to be some math. However, it's not quite English. And I'm not expecting it to be, because it's, this takes place in Spain, and the game was made in Japan. Our generous sponsor. The author Heath, pictured with the director of Naranja Academy. The Academy's generous funding made the Area Zero expedition possible, and the data gathered has been shared with the Academy in hopes that it will aid in this institution's research work and foster future generations of scholars and scientists. Heath, author of the Scarlet book, shown here with his partner Cyclozar, a natural historian as well as a writer. He was chosen for the Area Zero expedition and penned this account upon returning from the Great Crater of Paldea. Cyclozar aided the expedition as well as by bearing the team's luggage and equipment. It seems like Cyclozar is like a pseudo-legendary. When separated from the research team in the crater's depths, while separated from the research in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokemon or even alive at all, I know not. It bore a sill with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleamed brighter than gemstone. Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious, brilliant disc. the Indigo disc from the DLC, I assume. Okay, that's all of the Scarlet book, I guess. Time for the final, I guess. Fuck, how do I go down? Oh, it's right here. Okay, this is the last history section of the video. Today is our last class, so I would like to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us one last time. In our last class, I taught you about the Area Zero expedition of 200 years ago, correct? Alas, 200 years is not that long ago. Not that long ago at all. How unfortunate that our history lessons must march so inexorably into the future. There's a lot of vocabulary in here that I do not know somehow. Would it not be more than an adventure to march toward the past instead? To start from our present and study history in reverse? I think it would. So you agree with me? However, I'm afraid I risk incurring the wrath of our dear director if I stray from the curriculum. I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry us toward the future. In this last class of ours, I shall fill your minds with the history of the terrestrial phenomenon. The technology of Terra Orbs has its origins in Area Zero. Even after the Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's deepest depths, others continued to explore that area, and around 140 years ago, Pokémon cloaked in a mysterious light were discovered there. As you may have already guessed, these were in fact terrestrialized Pokémon. However, when those who discovered these Pokémon brought them out of Area Zero, the light faded and the terrestrial phenomenon has remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, that might as well be present day, a certain someone you have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. Wow, perfect timing. Answer me this. What is the name of the famous professor who unraveled the terrestrial phenomenon mystery? I'm going to guess Professor Sada. To think that you, a new transfer to the academy, could correctly answer this question, you must be diligent in your studies. Professor by the name of Sadie unraveled the mystery of the terrestrial phenomenon. She discovered that the shining crystals down in Area Zero, or rather the energy they emit, is what causes Pokemon to terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and develop a practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokemon League and our academy. Rumor has it that Director Clavel was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, this story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? Our next session will be our final. I wish I could revisit. I wish there was more to this. I know we're like 30 or 40 minutes in, but like, this is really likable. 800, 805. A vessel of folding fan did not appear. Heath. 10 years ago. You must excuse that last question. It is too shallow and ridiculous to be on a history test, but alas, the director forced me to include it. So ends our final exam. You may ask for your scores. I know I got an 100. Well, that was really fun. 5 XP medium candies. That was fun. Well, that's most of the episode gone. I'm gonna try to figure something else out. Something else we can do. But in the meantime, I'll just do the rest of the classes myself. Guys, I might have bombed the bio final. I don't even know how I did that, but I was so confident. Okay. I'd just like to show you guys this clip. They were talking about, there's this young culinary arts student who wants to increase the effectiveness of his meal powers, but he can't do it no matter how hard he tries. What should this young man do to increase the effectiveness? I picked Arvin. I can't disclose the identity of the student. To increase the powers, you must put multiple different ingredients in your sandwich. With a larger base to start with, it makes I'm sure that Arvin will likewise work with friends to craft his sandwiches in the future. Thanks, Saguaro. You just said you would keep it a secret. But look at you now. I just finished all of the classes. That took probably over an hour. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you, Director Clavel, for the 5 large XP candies. Now, can I take anything else? Nope. So now it's about finding Cassiopeia here. But the thing is, where? I don't know where to go for this. Oh. It was Penny the whole time! Thanks for coming. This must be quite a shock for you. Big boss, Cassiopeia. They were both me all along. And I saw you make quick work of these Team Star lackeys outside school for that last time. The idea for Operation Starfall suddenly came to me. Give me a second. My skills let me get hold of as much LP as I want. So I decided to use that to tempt you into helping me out? After the operation started, I kept an eye on you as a member of the supply unit, and I had you battle the bosses on my behalf, all for the goal of defeating me and putting an end to Team Star once and for all. But there's a part of me that wants Team Star to live on. I can't just roll over and let you win without putting up a fight. This is the final showdown. Are you ready? Yes. Sorry to keep you. The letter of apology mistime preparations took longer than expected. That voice, are you Clive? Penny. So was you after... is that you, Cassiopeia? In the flesh. I have a task for you, Clive, if you'll accept it. I want you to record what happens next so I can send the video to Team Star. They'll need to see the outcome of this battle for themselves. Okay. Will do. Then allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm the big boss of Team Stars. The name's Cassiopeia. No, Penny! Now bow down before the overwhelming might of Team Star's founder. You are challenged by Penny of Team Star. Am I outmatched? I won't hold back in this battle. I'll stay true to Team Star's code. They're all above level 62? Are you dead ass? No, this is not okay. Oh. What do I do here? I'm gonna just hope for Ice Fang hitting the freeze. Why did he? That does so little damage. What the hell? Oh my god. This might be a bad idea, but I'm sending out the goat pooper. You got this, pooper. Mega Horn. What? Now my attack fell. That didn't kill it? Are you dead? Psychic? No! Oh, your defense is awesome. Your special defense is insane, Hooper. That was a crit? Vaporeon. I'll switch to Palmot. So I have a new move called like Big Wild Shock or something. I forgot that move does recoil damage. Basically it has 5 PP or 5 uses, and when I use it, it does a bunch of damage, but I'm no longer an electric type. So in other words, I'll just be a fighting type and I'll just be weak to what's it called? I'll just be weak to psychic. Your special attack is goated. I should probably be using Gyarados. Leafeon. Now this is the it's all Eevees. I don't like that it's only Eevees. That's kind of a letdown. And they're all level 62. I thought they would go up to like level 64. Well, they might, but I just expected higher numbers. Jolteon. Now the smart move is to send out Pooper, but he's gotten all of the credit for everything. Now that lowered my attack, but it didn't lower my special attack. Let's see what you do against this Jolteon. I should teach it Thunder. I should teach Palmot Thunder. Now, if my prediction's correct, it only has Sylveon and Espeon left, which I don't remember what's strong against Psychic. Actually, no, Ghost is, but Fairy is weak to Poison, which is Clodsire, so Gyarados had one use and I didn't even use it. I'm disappointed in myself. can't fault you on your battle skills at all. No wonder the bosses saw at your hands. Time to terrestrialize! Shine bright like the starry sky and become who you really want to be! Why are you terrestrializing your second last Pokemon? Or is it the last? I can't remember. This could be bad. It's not bad at all. What was that? Oh, this is the last Pokemon. What the hell was that damage? That was a super effective move. I wasn't told special defense goes up during terrestrialization. My VV power will crush you into stardust! Oh no! Or no, this is fine. What the hell? I just terrestrialized! Pooper, you were awesome. Alright, Gyarados, you're getting a max potion? Or no, you can get a hyper potion. Does this do how much? I know this does a lot. That did half of my health! I want to try to use Hurricane. Hopefully I can get... Please get confused. What the hell was that? Yes? Thank you. Now, I already used my Terra Orb, so I can't even terrestrialize Gyarados. I thought terrestrialize only had like 3 turns. What the hell? Was that a crit? That was not a crit? What? We're finishing it with the goot. We're finishing it with the goot. The goot. The goot. The goot. My favorite Pokemon ever. This was horrible. Why did I pick a dragon against Fairy? What am I doing? Body slam. Oh no. Oh no. What am I doing? I didn't even think about it. What am I doing? Gyarados, I'm barely sorry. Truly. And that's it. I just threw that so hard with Sliggoo against a fairy type. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Still not level 61. It's all over now. I expected more than 15K. It's finally over, guys. It's done. We're done here. I think we should call it quits. Hold up. Are you saying we should break up the team? You gotta be joking! We got carried away with Operation Star. Now everything's gotten out of hand. Well, yeah, well, that's what happens when you round up a bunch of bullies in the courtyard and make a show of learning them some manners. But we didn't even fight them in the end. We didn't do anything wrong. Indeed. Merely did we declare our intention to battle tooth and nail should the villains persist in the tyrannous oppression. 'Twas a bloodless victory, we assure you. Yeah, they didn't even send out their Pokémon. They just blubbered up and apologized a whole lot. Our outfits must have spooked them good. But the bullies made a huge stink about what went down, and then they all ended up leaving the academy. Our plan backfired epically. There's no way we're getting off scot-free. I guess you're right. This little stunt might have put us up the creek. I'll fix this mess on my end. Just leave it to me. What are you saying? I'm the one who started Team Star. I dragged you into all this. So I'll take responsibility for everything. Oh, noble and kind big boss, you cannot. Now that the bullies are gone, you guys should start going to school again. Oh yeah? And what about you? I can't go back. Why? There's no reason for you to stay shut in your room anymore, right? All I can say to you guys is thanks. Even though we never met in person, you were all so kind to me. Stop right there, baby! Why are you talking like we'll never speak again? I need to go take care of some things. Prithee, speak to us! What is thine intent? Hey, big boss! Answer us! Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything, OG. And you too, Clive. I'm glad I could see this through to the end. I guess this is it for Team Star and me too. Hold that thought, Miss Penny. I'd like to check with something with you first. Check what? Why resort to something like Operation Starfall if you're the big boss of Team Star? Wasn't there any other way to handle this? I tried telling the bosses that we were done once before, but they still didn't quit. Why not simply order them to? Our code states that no one in the team has the right to order people around. I can ask them all to do stuff, but I can never order them. So it's back to the code once again. The bosses must have taken it very seriously. They did. That's why I knew I could use it to force Team Star to disband. Because the bosses would do anything the code required of them, even leave the team? Yes, and according to the code, they had to accept any challenge made to them. Thus the idea for Operation Starfall. Cassiopeia, let me ask you one last thing. What does Team Star know? What do your friends in the team mean to you? They're my greatest treasure. Splendid. Thank you for the apprising of me of the situation, Miss Penny. What? Now, young lady, there's something I should very much like to discuss with you. Hey, quit it with the whole geezer act, Clive. You're creeping me out. Indeed. Well, then, before we talk further, allow me to reveal to you my own secret identity. Director Clavel? Just as Cassiopeia was your disguise, the boy you knew as Clive was mine. But why? I needed to talk to Team Star on equal terms. Students do tend to shy from speaking their mind to teachers, after all. Much more so when faced with the director of the academy. Yeah, but where do I even start? Wasn't the outfit a bit much? Plus, I have some big feelings about that wig. Well, that's quite enough for that for now. Everyone, why don't you come on out? Um. Huh? Yo, big boss! Long time no see! Momo. More like, long time no meet, right? I mean, we only just found out your real name just now. Melly. Verily is thy long-hidden countenance a sight for sore eyes, my lady. Atticus. So, I heard your real name's Penny? How have you been this whole time? Ordy. We found you at last! You've no idea how worried we've been. Harry. Okay, gang, on the count of 3. 1, 2, hasta la vista, Casabia, and hello, Penny! Now then, Miss Penny, and each of you young bosses as well. On behalf of the Academy, I have something I would like to say to Team Star. You have my sincerest apologies. Come again? As director of the Academy, I let you down. My handling of your situation was a dismal failure. What? Why? You all told me about your reasons for farming Team Star and about your subsequent actions. Ever since my first days as director, all I've ever experienced of the Academy is an environment blessedly free from bullying. But I know now this peace was built on the backs of your hurt and anger, and of course, your immense courage in putting things to right. And so I'll get straight to the conclusion. The Academy's order for Team Star to disband and my threat to expel those who did not obey are hereby revoked. Does that mean what I think it means? Indeed, Team Star can continue to exist, should that be your wish. Woohoo, Penny, isn't this great? Now we can all stay together. Oh, mine heart is giddy with glee. But I betrayed all of you. You mean Operation Starfall? Director Clavel told us all about it. Far as we heard, you only went through with it to save us from getting expelled. You were just worried about us, right? Not like we'd ever chuck the team just cause someone told us to, after all. Ain't our style. I cannot even begin to imagine how you must have feared for us, Lady Penny. Sorry for making you worry, BB. We're all okay now. But even so... Hold on, everybody. I have more to say. As previously stated, the requirement for Team Star to disband has been revoked. However, there are still some unsettled matters to discuss. Allow me to provide a few examples. You protracted truancy, your brazen customization of school uniforms, your unauthorized usage of academy equipment, your reckless modification and jeopardous driving of Pokemon-powered vehicles. Need I go on? Your flagrant disregard for school rules cannot simply be overlooked. Thus, as punishment, you will all be required to engage in community service. Community service? Specifically, I will be asking you to manage the STCs. And that stands for the Star Training Centers. They shall be facilities for cultivating Pokemon trainers' talents. I plan the Academy to found them in collaboration with the Pokemon League. The idea came to me when I saw Master LG battling his way through your bases. The base's construction, as well as the battle tactics employed by the students in Team Star, are remarkably unique and creative. I would ask that you continue your team activities, but henceforth as STC staff members, using your former bases as training facilities. And that is the sum of it. Does anyone have any concerns? No? It sounds like fun, so I don't see how this would be anything but a win-win. This may be a weird thing to say since the STCs are supposed to be a punishment and all, but you should really totally join in too, Penny. 'Tis true. We would most happily have you at our sides, my lady. We can go to school together too. That way, if anything happens, we'll be there to protect you. We were already talking about how great it would be to have both Team Star and school in our lives. This would be a sweet deal for us. So, what do you say? You guys, what do you think? I think it sounds great. But I just... No need to give your response right this moment, Miss Penny. Do take some time to decide. For now, at least, I think our little group should go their separate ways. Not to say you should break up Team Star after all. I simply meant it is time to leave. Master OG, please stop by my office later if you would. Okay. Are my Pokemon still dead? Nope. Here you are, Master OG. I want to thank you for all of your hard work in resolving the situation with Team Star. If not for you, I suspect I would have done the team a grievous injustice in my choice of punishment for their actions. You have my sincere gratitude. Who is it? It's Penny. Miss Penny, do come in. Hello, Director. About the SDCs, I'd like to work on them together with the rest of Team Star. That's wonderful news. Thank you very much for your favorable response. But I think I should be punished more heavily than the others, I think. Why so? Because of Operation Starfall? No, because of the other really bad thing that I did. And that would be? You know the LP I gave you both in exchange for helping me with Operation Starfall? I kind of got a hold of it sort of illegally by hacking the Pokemon League's LP management system. I see, that's quite the revelation. I did not think such a thing was even possible in the first place. It wasn't all that hard. I'm really sorry and I won't do it again. This matter's out of my jurisdiction, I'm afraid. I'll have to consult Miss Gita, the Pokemon League chairwoman, on how best to proceed. I figured as much. I do apologize, LG, but I will have to ask you to give us some privacy. Is there anything else I need to talk to her about? Well, that is it for Starfall Street. However, I don't believe that the Starfall Street has been completed just yet. Now, I could be wrong. Okay, so there's nothing in the director's office. There's also a bunch of other things I could talk to these people about. However, I don't want to. I think this is a great place to end the episode. And because I need to train my Pokemon to level up. This way I can challenge the Elite Four when and LG? Penny? There's something I want to talk to you about. Could you come meet me in front of the school stairs, where we first met? I'll be waiting. So what I was trying to say is, I need to level up for the Pokemon League because all of the trainers that we fought, Arvin and Penny, all had level 62 Pokemon, some even 64, 63, and my Pokemon are not that high leveled. I could use XP candies, but that feels like it would be kind of a waste of EV training. I could be EV training instead, but it's not the best. to just level up like that. So we're gonna talk to Penny one last time, and then we're gonna end here. Hasta la vista. The six of us thought up that catchphrase back then, when we created the team. It's so cringy, it's perfect, you know? Anyway, about the LP thing, I thought I was going down big time for hacking the league point system, but they're letting me off easy. What happened? The Pokemon League said they'll waive my debt if I do some volunteer engineering for them. They even asked me to come work for them after I graduate, even if you can believe that. Director Clavel and that Gita lady kept complimenting me like a weird amount. Apparently I have outstanding talent or something. Sorry for calling you out here to meet like this. I'm still not so great with people face to face. I never seem to find the right words, but thank you so much. You've saved Team Star and all my friends along with it. I know words won't ever be enough to properly thank you for all you've done. So here. Draco Meteor! Holy shit! This is revolutionary. I'm sure you'll put this to good use. Yes! And one more thing. I want to repay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way I can do that, just let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking and stuff. So next time I'll be the one helping you. But you just got community service for hacking. Why do you want to keep... Be seeing you then. Hasta la vista. That running animation sucks. That's the end of Starfall Street, everybody. And there's nothing more to it, it seems. Well, that's gonna be the end. I might do a bit of off-camera training just to level up my Pokemon, and I'll see you sometime soon. Probably